There are a lot of things I hear online that Nintendo needs for the Nintendo Switch 2. The home screen needs folders, the eShop needs to load faster, there needs to be voice chat, Pokemon needs to work properly. But to me, the biggest feature I hope to see is an achievement system. Now, I'm not much of an achievement hunter anymore because I'm a dad now, and having 20 minutes to play video games is an achievement in and of itself, but I still really want them because... Now, I like achievements in all games. I find they push me towards completion and help me to make sure that I interacted with the game in the manner the devs had in mind. But beyond just that, there are very specific types of games that I just adore achievement hunting in, mainly cozy games and sandbox games. And I also think they're the two biggest genres that benefit from having them. Now you may say, Hydrated Gaming, are you stupid? Those two genres are all about not having defined objectives. Why would you want to give them some via achievements? Well, there's a few reasons. One, I like objectives, and this is my channel, go make your own. And two, I think achievements in these games, if done well, can be used to guide the player into interacting with all the elements of the sandbox. Here, achievements still serve as a guiding hand, but don't force you to play through the content in a specific way. Allow me to give an example. A few months ago, I started achievement hunting The Sims 3 on Xbox 360. I was even going to make it a series here for the channel, but we scrapped the first video because it was terrible. Yeah, that's right, the ones that you see here are the ones that made it past QA. Imagine the horror that are the ones that don't. What I liked about the Sims 3 achievements is that they made me play in a different way than I always play The Sims. One of the achievements in the game required you to set a Sims personality to kleptomaniac, which I would never ordinarily do. I'd always set my Sims to be very excellent human beings who were friends with everyone and usually great fishermen, and then these beacons of justice would drown Sims in a pool or seal them in a room with no door if they happened to wander onto my property. But I didn't want to be mean about it while doing this, I wanted to be family-oriented. But because the achievements made me play differently, I experienced a bunch of different gameplay elements because evil and kleptomaniac Sims have different options. Whereas before I would have to do things like work for a living, The Sims 3 teaches us there's a different path in this life. Stealing. But stealing is wrong and no one likes a thief, and this is good because making enemies, something that I also never bothered with in The Sims because my enemies typically didn't live long enough to grow to dislike me, was also an achievement that was fun to try to get. It's the same thing in Minecraft. Once I kill the dragon, it's always like, well, what do I do now? But going after these random achievements always gives me something else to do. In a similar vein, Stardew Valley straight up has an in-game achievement system. It's like the poster boy of the modern cozy game. And for Nintendo specifically, I think games like Animal Crossing especially would benefit from this. Like imagine having achievements for things like collecting every species of fish and bug, yes, but also for breeding every color flower, winning tournaments, collecting furniture or clothing sets, making friends. The opportunities are endless. And once you're done doing your normal Animal Crossing activities for the day, these achievements can give you something else to go do if you still feel like playing. Now, I took honors English in high school, so I know that in every essay you have your thesis, but you should follow it up with an antithesis and provide arguments against your point and then refute them. So I went to the spaces where scholars frequently congregate to exchange their wisdom in the free marketplace of ideas. You see, I believe it's important to hear viewpoints from both sides of an argument. I always seek to understand where the other side is coming from. This way, I ensure that I have a very enlightened view, and also because I have a hard time relating to people who are incorrect. And in my search, these are the points that I saw against Nintendo having an achievement system.
I don't like achievements.
Well, I do, plus they're optional, so just ignore them.
I honestly hope that Nintendo never adds a trophy achievement system. I play a game for fun, not to just grind it out for meaningless stats, and I think that's the problem with those kinds of things.
When I checked this user's profile, it said he was hardcore into Final Fantasy and JRPGs. Moving on. I kid you not, on Reddit I found someone who actually said,
I don't need participation trophies. Why are kids today so soft where they need their video games to reward them for playing?
What an absolute boomer take. Why are you commenting on video games? Shouldn't you be in Congress ruining the country? Ah yes, I'm very soft because I got the When Pigs Fly achievement in Minecraft when I was 10.
I hate achievements because it forces me to do things I don't want to do.
Once again, it's optional. You can just not do it. Are you that addicted to Feeding Frenzy that you can't quit until you've gotten all the achievements? I may be too soft, but you boomers need to learn self-control.
The achievement noise takes me out of the deep narrative.
Well, I can tell these people are definitely not parents. I think this is a dumb argument, but for your sake, I'll say that Nintendo should give you the ability to turn the sounds off then.
When you force everyone to do achievements, some developers will do a mediocre job, filling their game with grindy achievements.
And on one hand, I get it, but on the other hand, it's optional is just an absolute trump card for all these arguments. Because at the end of the day, whether or not you have to do these is up to the player. They can make the decision themselves, and more choice is always good. That being said, another reason I don't buy this argument is that it can be made about everything in gaming. Remember how EA made the Star Wars Battlefront 2 unlock so grindy because they wanted to provide a sense of pride and accomplishment? Should we just ban unlockable characters in games because some will do them poorly? Remember how Ubisoft exists? Should we ban open world games because of that? Some games will do things well and others will do them badly. Achievements are no different, that's where your dollar vote comes in. Alright, so I want achievements, and I don't find any arguments against them compelling. So now what? Do we just copy-paste what Sony and Microsoft are doing right now? I'd say definitely not. I think Nintendo has a ton of room to innovate here. But if we're using the past just as a starting template, I'd say achievements have actually gotten worse over the years. Honestly, I think the system that's done it best is the Xbox 360. If you remember back to the glory days of the 360, getting achievements meant that you could get customization items for your 360 avatar, and this was really cool, especially because you could take these into other games that feature your avatar. Anyone up for some Doritos Crash Course? I think this is low-key one of the coolest things achievements have ever done, and I think Nintendo could take this system even further. I mean, the groundwork for Nintendo having achievements is largely already here. Half of Nintendo's games on Switch already have achievements built into them individually. All that's missing is making it a system-wide feature. My dream achievement scenario for Nintendo would be to combine what they already have in these games with what the Xbox 360 did for avatar unlocks and what Nintendo currently does for Amiibo. Let me explain. See, I grew up in the Mii era, and I think Miis are still amazing and fun. I know in my heart of hearts that someday Tomodachi life will ride again.
Apparently everybody wants to know. According to Drake Research's latest survey, the number one person with the longest toilet time on Salt Lick Island is Farty. Number 2 on the list is Heisenberg. We asked some islanders for their thoughts on the matter. What a waste of time. I thought everybody knew about that. Thanks for watching. For your Me News for November 3rd, this is Upside Down Head, signing off.
So I would love if Nintendo brought them back with a slightly greater presence on Switch too. After all, the Wii kids are growing up and having kids of their own. I know this for certain because I am this. And we've had nostalgia pandering to the NES, SNES, N64, and to a lesser extent GameCube generations as of late. And I think it's high time to start pandering to the Wii generation. I think I speak on behalf of the Wii community when I say that you will not erase me. So to bring them back and have unlockable outfits and stuff through achievements like Microsoft had with their avatars would be great. And like on the 360, not all games need to have these. I think it would be fine if only Nintendo first-party games and a handful of special third-party ones did. Mii costumes are already a thing in things like Mario Kart and Smash. Why not make them uniform across all games? Plus, when you face off against Mii NES and Wii Sports Remastered on the Switch 2, it would serve as an advertisement to buy the Earthbound collection that's going to be on there for sure. The other thing that could be cool is to replace some of the Amiibo functionality with achievements. I believe that the best use of Amiibo was probably in Super Mario Maker 1, where you could unlock these cool mushroom costumes with Amiibo. Breath of the Wild, where you unlock all the different Link costumes, was pretty cool too though. But imagine having it where you unlock the Mega Man costume for Mario Maker after beating Mega Man 1 and getting an achievement. Imagine unlocking the Hero of Time Link in Tears of the Kingdom after beating Ocarina of Time, which if you add achievements to the retro games on NSO, you could also push NSO this way. And if you beat Unpacking, boom, this is how you unlock folders now. Taking all the content across all of Nintendo's games and weaving them into each other could really help just make the process of playing games feel like a game in and of itself, which is a very Nintendo thing to do. Now, of course, this system could definitely be abused, locking important content behind an even more expensive paywall, but I don't think Nintendo has really abused the current Amiibo offerings. They feel like fun bonuses rather than essential parts of the game only cut out to squeeze more money from the consumer. And that same careful approach is what I'm imagining here. If done right, it could offer fans a nice little bonus while doing some advertising work for Nintendo's other games. There's so many other cool things achievements could and would do that I don't have time to go into detail on. Things like serving as a history of what you've played, offering a cool way to see what games your friends are playing. You could have temporary trophies that change hand based on who in your little Nintendo Online group has the highest score. You could even work in some achievements that friends could compete for that switch in and out daily or weekly. You could unlock themed backgrounds, folders, player icons, badges like with the Badge Arcade on 3DS run by that stupid bunny that I wanted to kill, music that plays on the background of your home screen, new Alarmo sounds. The possibilities are endless. Dare I say you could use achievements to add a sort of difficulty mode to Pokemon games? I think that would be a big hit with some fans. The opportunities to expand on the achievement ecosystem are boundless, especially as Sony and Microsoft have kind of neglected them in recent years. And maybe this could kick them into a little more action as well. Just make sure to keep Sony's Platinum Trophy idea though, I like those. But is Nintendo likely to do this? I'd say achievements altogether are 50-50. I feel like if they did do them, they'd want to put their own little dumb spin on it because they never want to be seen as copying the others. So maybe we'll get something cool, who knows? But how likely are they to do something big like I suggested? I give it almost a 0% chance. But hey, the only prediction I've ever done on this channel was predicting that EA was done with My Sims, and then ports were immediately announced, so hopefully I'm wrong again. But let me know what you think. Do you have a much better idea for achievements than me? Or perhaps you're a Redditor who has some reason Nintendo shouldn't do them that I didn't yet destroy with facts and logic. Either way, I want to thank you for watching Hydrated Gaming, and I'll see you next time. Stay hydrated.